Hello everyone, myself Dr. Shail Gupta. Let's discuss about the caries or tooth decay. Caries then appears as defects in the tooth enamel. Caries then appears as white spots, later becoming brown. Wear of teeth can result from gastric acid exposure due to severe gastroesophageal reflex, erosion, mechanical action that is abrasion due to bruxism or a porcelain crown rubbing against opposing enamel. Porcelain is harder than enamel or aging, wear makes chewing less effective and causes non-carious teeth to become painful when the eroding enamel exposes the underlying dentine. Dentine is sensitive to touch and to temperature changes. A dentist can desensitize such teeth or restore the dental anatomy by placing crowns or onlays over badly worn teeth. In minor cases of root sensitivity, the exposed root may be desensitized by fluoride application or dentine bonding agents. Deformed teeth may indicate a developmental or endocrine disorders. In Down syndrome, teeth are small, sometimes with agenesis of lateral incisors or premolars and conically shaped mandibular incisors. In congenital syphilis, the incisors may be small at the incisal third, causing a pegged or screwdriver shaped with a notch in the center of the incisal edge, that is called Hutchinson's incisors, and the first molar is small with a small occlusal surface and roughened lobulated, often hypoplastic enamel, mulberry molar. In ectodermal dysplasia, teeth are absent or conical so that dentures are needed from childhood. Dentinogenesis imperfecta and autosomal dominant disorder causes abnormal dentine, that is dull bush crown and opalescent, and does not cushion the overlying enamel adequately. Such teeth cannot withstand occlusal stresses and rapidly become worn. People with pituitary dwarfism or with congenital hypoparathyroidism have small dental roots. People with gigantism have large ones. Acromegaly causes excess cementum in the roots as well as enlargement of the jaws, so teeth may become widely shaped. Acromegaly also can cause an open bite, condition that occurs when the maxillary and mandibular incisors do not come into contact when the jaws are closed. Congenitally narrow lateral incisors occur in the absence of systemic disease. The most commonly congenitally absent teeth are the third molars. In frequency, followed by the maxillary lateral incisors and second mandibular premolars. Defects in tooth color may be differentiated from the darkening or yellowing that is caused by food pigments, aging, and most prominently smoking. A tooth may appear gray because of pulpal necrosis, usually due to extensive caries penetrating the pulp, or because of hemosiderin deposited in the dentine after trauma, with or without pulpal necrosis. Children's teeth darken appreciably and permanently after even short-term use of tetracyclines by the mother during the second half of pregnancy or by the child during odontogenesis, that is tooth development, specifically calcification of the crown, which lasts until age. Tetracyclines rarely cause permanent discoloration of fully formed teeth in adults. However, minocycline darkens bone, which can be seen in the mouth when the overlying gingiva and mucosa are thin. Affected teeth fluoresce with distinctive colors under the violet light, that is ultraviolet light, corresponding to the specific tetracycline taken. In congenital porphyria, both the deciduous and permanent teeth may have red or brownish discoloration, but always fluorescence red from the hyperbilirubinemia causes a yellowish tooth discoloration. Defects in tooth enamel may be caused by rickets, which in a rough, that is the ultraglobular band in the enamel. Any prolonged febrile illness during odontogenesis can cause a permanent narrow zone of chalky pitted enamel or simply white discoloration visible after the tooth erupts. Thus, the age at which the disease occurred and its duration can be estimated from the location and height of the band. Enamel biting also occurs in tuberous sclerosis and Angelman syndrome. Amelogenesis imperfecta and autosomal dominant disease causes severe enamel hypoplasia. Chronic vomiting and esophageal reflux can decalcify the dental crowns, primarily the lingual surfaces of the maxillary anterior teeth. Chronic snorting of cocaine can result in widespread decalcification of teeth. Because the drug dissociates in saliva into a base and hydrochloric acid, chronic use of methamphetamines induces the xerostomia, which markedly increases severe tooth decay and periodontal inflammation of the mouth. Swimmers who spend a lot of time in over-chlorinated pools may lose enamel from the outer facial buccal side of the teeth, especially the maxillary incisors and the canines and first premolars. If sodium carbonate has been added to the pool water to correct pH, brown calculus develop but can be removed by dental cleaning. Thank you.